Alright, so my starter decided to stop working at the worst possible time. I went to the mechanic to get a set of new tires, and they were going to put the tires on and do a wheel alignment, which is something that I tried doing the wheel alignment myself and ended up destroying one of my tires. So I'm at that point where all my tires are pretty much at their end. So I got new tires. I actually got used tires, but they were just about to do the wheel alignment, and they went to start up my car, and the starter decided to stop working at that particular time. Now, it's very coincidental that the starter stopped working the one time in like 3 years that I brought it to a mechanic, but that's Murphy's Law. Anyway, I brought it home. I got it towed back to my house, and there were some videos on YouTube with the '08 Honda Civic. You just search that, and you can look up videos how to change your starter. And the way I did it was a mix between what they say to do on the YouTube, and there's two different ways to do it on YouTube. You can take out the CV shaft, and that'll give you more room. And then there's another way where you don't have to take out the CV shaft. I sort of did it in between. I disconnected the brake disc and I pulled the CV shaft out of the brake disc, but I did not pull it out of the transmission or the engine or wherever the CV shaft goes into. Keep in mind, this is the passenger side of the vehicle. That's where you access the starter on the 8th generation Civics. So I did that, and there's two bolts. There's one bolt that you take out on the starter, and then there's a clip that you kind of pull off on the starter. You take that off, and then once you get that off, you have access to the second bolt. And the second bolt, you take that off, and then you can pull the starter out. And then once you pull the starter out, there's a third bolt that it doesn't actually hold the starter into the mount or anything like that, but it holds a wire onto the starter. You disconnect that one, and then you can take the starter out. And then, but putting the starter back in, that was a real headache for me because I couldn't get the bolts lined up. There's just, when you go in from the passenger side, you're sticking your arm in all the way, really deep into that engine compartment, and it was really hard for me to get the bolt in and get it threaded. But once I got the first bolt in threaded, there's a second bolt, and it's like on the top, and that one I had to use a flashlight and really line it up, but I got it threaded, and yeah, and that was pretty much it. But I'm just amazed right now that the way my car starts now, it sounds like a fucking robot, like a 21st century robot starting up. When I used to start up the car, it would be like, and then it would start, but now it's like, and then and it starts. It's like, it just sounds so advanced, and it's great. I wish the shop I brought it to would have changed it, but they said that they don't do starters, so I had to get it towed. But I'm glad I did it, and if you're gonna do it, make sure you have some extensions on your ratchet set, and make sure you have the ratchets, just a good ratchet set with a bunch of extensions. Go to the pawn shop, buy used. That's always the best route. Always buy used. Never buy new. Because everything new is made in China. And it has gremlins. But that's it. Just buy used. Buy some extensions. Buy a good ratchet set. And you're good. Disconnect the battery. And that's it. Yeah. And also, if you can, buy a used starter. Or a refurbished one. But yeah, you're gonna have to take off that wheel hub, so you're gonna need a hammer as well to get that lock nut off. And then you're gonna need probably 2 ratchets to take the brake disc off of the shock. Because you gotta hold one of the bolts with one ratchet and then undo the other bolt with another ratchet. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Definitely get some extensions.